Howdy, folks. High value DMD. Don't just give me your subscription, but please let me earn it. Let me earn your like and let me earn your comment. Today, I'm going to be making a video on Zoom because I wanted to show you something on the internet. If you don't know me, I will be a dentist in 3 months, and I like to talk about things such as relationships, maybe a little bit of politics, dentistry, career, bettering yourself, dating, things of that nature. You know, what it's like to go on this journey with me as a young man, a young professional going out into the world, hopefully achieving the American dream. And I'm going to talk about student loans today. All across America, people have student loans. Okay, I have student loans and I hope to pay them off relatively soon. But there's some people that feel like they can't ever get out from under their student loans, whether it be $40,000, $50,000, so on and so forth. Do you know how much it costs to become a dentist? Do you know what dentists take on as far as student loans? Well, I'm going to show you a very, very extreme example today. Okay, let's get to it. Many people they think, oh, dentists, they can make plenty of money. All right, they're not hurting for money. All right, here we go. All right, I'm just gonna hold off before I show you. People think, oh, they make plenty of money. Yeah, like minimum, you need to be making at least 150,000. Really, minimum, you should be making over $200,000 with how things are in today's day and age. Okay, uh, dentists are in hundreds of thousands of dollars debt. It costs so much to become a dentist, it's not even funny. I'm going to jump straight into this. So, today we're going to be looking at this institution called New York University College of Dentistry. All right, I don't mean any ill will towards this institution, but I think people need to know what dental school costs. This is all public information. I'm not lying or malingering anybody. Is that a word? Maybe that's a word. Okay, I'm not throwing any malice or any libelous statements out. So we're gonna look at this page together. So this is for a doctorate of dental surgery degree. It's a 4-year program. Everybody can go and look up this information. Okay, it's on their website. Okay, so we have academic year D1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, that's what we call them. Tuition alone is $98,892. Let that sink in for a second. You're going to pay that over 4 years. And what happens is anybody that gets accepted to dental school, obviously you have to get your undergraduate degree, fulfill the prereqs, okay? You have to take your dental admissions test, and then you have to apply to dental school. All of that takes thousands and thousands of dollars to get to that point. You apply to dental school, and then the schools they release an estimated total cost of attendance. Okay, the government will let a student borrow all the way up to that amount. So this amount right here, the government will cut you a blank check for this, not blank check, but they will cut you a check for this amount, and then you pay it straight to the school. I think you have to have a cosigner and things such as that nature. Okay, I haven't done student loan stuff in quite a while. So that's the tuition. You're already looking at tuition, 400 grand, okay, over 4 years. We're not talking about living expenses. What are you going to eat? You know, where are you going to live? What are you going to drive? This is in New York, so maybe you don't need a car. Let's keep going through this. Mandatory fees, $337. Oftentimes, these fees are some nonsense fee. Maybe it's for printing paper or something. Yeah. I mean, colleges, I feel like are more or undergraduate programs I feel like are more generous as far as printing goes. My dental school was terrible about this stuff. They wouldn't let you print, okay? You really needed to go over to the clinic side and print stuff off those computers at the workstations because you could just print whenever you want. You don't have to pay for it. So this is a nonsense fee. Let's keep going. Instruments, 6 grand, easily 6 grand, $6,600. Just peel it off, man. This is another amount that somebody can just borrow. So we're already looking at what, like $105,000 a year. All right, this instruments fee, it stays the same all the way throughout. Yeah, in dental school, you have to buy your own equipment. You buy your own handpieces, you buy your own explorers, your own mirrors, all that junk. Okay, the dispensary at the dental school usually distributes your your supplies like your burrs. Okay, maybe it's some composite, some stuff to fill the tooth, right? Thankfully you don't have to pay lab fees like for a crown or a denture. You don't have to pay to have those made or anything. Okay, but basically a dental student provides everything they need except things in the dispensary. All right, things to take impressions, the school pays for that. But I in my dental kit they had me buy a bunch of crap, like a bunch of alginate impression material that is just sitting in my closet. I'm going to try to sell it. Fortunately it's gone expired or out of date. Here's some tasty health insurance for you. You want to stay healthy? Well, you're going to pay for it, and you're going to be paying with your student loans. Here's $5,500 the first year, 4,800 the next year. Total estimated direct costs $111,000. Just peel it off, man. You have a blank check. Okay, the dental schools they have a blank check. Medical schools the same way. This money or this amount. Oh yeah, the student they can qualify. The federal government will subsidize it. It's ridiculous. This is to become a dentist. So you multiply that before you're looking at 440 grand. Okay, food and housing. I imagine New York City is very expensive to live in. Okay, I would definitely have a roommate, but you're probably in a little box. Okay, I don't have experience with New York City. I spent several weeks in Madrid, so I do know what it's like to live in a city. I am a cultured person. You can't say that about me. I'm not uncultured. I have had almost every roommate I've had doesn't look like me, or they also didn't have my religion and all that. So different story for another day. I'm cultured. Okay, I know how the city works. It's expensive, folks. We're looking at 40 grand. Again, you can borrow all the way up to this number. The government will just, oh yeah, here you go. Here's the money. Go for it. Screw your life up. Go to dental school in New York City. Transportation, probably just going to use the subway. $1,500. Probably won't need a car. Personal expenses, here's $5,400 you can borrow. So to make sure that you can get your avocado toast, that you can go and buy your nice fashionable trench coats to walk up and down Manhattan in, right? You got to have a nice pair of Chelsea boots, you fellas. Oh, and you definitely need some clean fig scrubs, don't you? Well, we got you covered at personal expenses. You'll be able to afford all of that stuff. Fig scrubs, on running shoes or Hoka running shoes, no worries. Hey, just borrow the money. It's all good. Supplies, your $700 of supplies, so you can afford your crayons and your graph paper or whatever nonsense you need. Okay, here's $46,762 total estimated for just the miscellaneous things. Okay, the besides school. All right, so let's add all this up. Look at that delicious number right there. $158,146. Let that sink in. Is that right to you? Like, is that okay to you? Trust me, I'm a capitalist. I believe in making money. I do. And this is a business. This right here is a business. Okay. This business has to make money and survive to be able to provide a service to the people in New York City. Okay. People benefit from this school. They come here and they get their dentistry done. But think about it. You're a student, you're paying for your own equipment, you're paying 100 grand for tuition, you're paying all this to put a roof over your head. Okay. You're borrowing this money. You can't make money during dental school. Okay. You're not getting paid for the services you're providing. As a dental student, you are providing labor. You are providing a valuable service. You're not getting paid anything. You're not getting a scholarship based on the procedures you do. But medical residents, they get paid. They get paid a stipend. Dental students don't. And I believe that's wrong. That is so wrong. So I'm going to multiply this by 4 just to see this number in front of me. 158 grand times 4. Okay, it's going to be backwards. 632,000. What? You're just going to borrow that? You add interest to this. Okay, it's going to be 6 to 7% interest. I've seen an article that said you're going to be over 800,000 freaking dollars to be a dentist, a general dentist. I'm sorry, folks. Most people in dental school, they're not going to be rock stars. I know them. I'm in dental school right now. Most of them are going to be very average. They're going to be doing well for themselves if they make $200,000. That's not enough money for this amount of loan. Folks, today I learned more about insurance. You're going to pay at least 6 different insurances. You're going to pay homeowners insurance. You're going to pay auto insurance. You're going to pay life insurance. You're going to pay for your health insurance if you don't get a good job that pays for it for you. You're going to pay disability insurance, and you're going to pay malpractice insurance. That's going to be like $2,000 right there. Flush that down the drain. Okay. Then you're going to have rent. You're going to have a mortgage. You're going to have utilities. Okay. Maybe you'll have a car payment. You have to pay for food. You have to pay for tax. Okay. Federal tax. And maybe you'll have state income tax. Okay. Or if you're in a different state, you'll have property tax, man. You have to register your car. Your dishwasher will go out and you have to buy a new dishwasher. A tire will blow out. You have to buy a tire. Yo, dentists don't make, they're not freaking rich right off the bat. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't put yourself into debt slavery. I'm sorry, but you you don't want to be a dentist bad enough to do this to yourself. Look at this, guys. $158,000. You're going to be over 800 grand deep. So all those expenses I mentioned, plus you're going to have like $5,000-6,000 a month to cover the interest on these loans without attacking the principal. And I'm sure there's different loan repayment things now that's been passed, but like, are you really going to rely on the government? Like, do you want to be under for 20, 25 years? Do you want to be under slavery because you wanted to be a dentist? I'm sorry, but this is not the way. You can't do this. You cannot do this to yourself. Go join the military, go do the Indian Health Service Scholarship, go do the National Health Service Corps Scholarship or something to pay for this in 4 years of service. You just can't do this to yourself. This is crazy. And the fact that in our country today, our government is allowing schools to charge this much, like they're writing a check to these students to go to these schools. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And some people, this is going to be the only school they get accepted to. You would be better off not attending than to go to this school because you are ruining your life financially by going to this school. So what needs to happen? The government needs to stop granting student loans for schools that cost this much. Only students that are very, very rich, they have rich parents that can attend this school to pay cash. Those are the students that need to go here. And then over time, things would get corrected. This school would either come in back into line with what other schools cost, or it would close its doors. Okay. It's as simple as that. It's just nonsense. People wonder why dentistry costs so much. Why does my crown cost so much? Why do my dentures cost so much? This is why, folks. This is a huge reason why. Young students eager to have been dentists years ago, they get to the finish line just like me. I'm a fourth-year student. And then they see that their loans have ballooned out of proportion. And they see the cost of what homes are. They see the cars that they wanted. They see how expensive they are, even used cars. And even a dentist today is finding it hard to maybe get ahead. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this video. Let me know what you think. I hope I earned your subscription or earned your like and earned your comment. Let me know what you think. Until next time.